Hello. Come to your mat. Begin your practice. Take your time. Allow yourself ease. Give yourself permission and acknowledge that you've made the time to be here. I'm sitting up on a yoga pillow. You might use a block or a rolled up towel, but elevate your hips higher than your knees and externally rotate through your thighs, finding your seat, pressing down through your outer thighs. On the next inhale, lift your heart space towards the sky, and exhale. Feel your pelvis sit, and inhale here. Inflating with air, and then exhale, let it go out the mouth. Inhale again. Deliberately slowing down, and exhale, let it go. We'll do that one more time, inhaling through the nose, filling up, feeling the heart space expand in all directions. And exhale, let it go out the mouth. Last time. At the bottom of the exhale, draw the navel in and up. And feel that structure, inhaling. Let the heart rise up to the chin, and then reach the ears away from the shoulders. Roll the shoulder blades back onto the back on the spine, and then exhale here, down the spine like water, moving down the spinal cord to the base of your spine, to your seat. Inhaling here, find that structure in the rib cage like a cylinder, stretching high through the crown at the top of the inhale. And exhale, let it go out the nose. And as you sit here, find your strong foundation, and then from there rise up through your core, through the back of your neck, through the crown of your head, and exhale. Keep the length. And if they're not already closed, please close your eyes and just notice the breath here. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling again. From the base of your spine, traveling all the way up to your throat, to your third eye, to the crown of your head. Get long. And then exhale. Watch as the breath descends back down, starting to open that center channel and make it smooth. Clear the way. Inhaling here. And as you notice the breath, start to develop that Ujjayi breath, creating sensation in the back of the throat, exhaling audibly through the nose. And inhale Ujjayi breath, feeling it in the throat. And exhaling Ujjayi. If you're comfortable keeping the eyes closed here, gazing inward. Inhaling here, Ujjayi. Pause at the top and tuck your chin. Exhale Ujjayi. Lift the chin now, letting go of that lock. Release through the pelvic floor at the bottom of the exhale, and then draw it in and up, tucking the navel in and up towards the spine, expelling any last air before the inhale begins. Ujjayi inhale through the nose. Pause at the top and tuck the chin. gaze on the third eye center. And then release the lock and exhale. Down the backs of the glutes, widening through the hips, releasing through the pelvic floor, and then drawing the navel in and up along with the pelvic floor before the inhale begins. Keeping that Ujjayi breath. And take another 2 breath cycles here. Exhaling Ujjayi breath through the nose. And after the next exhale, just gently flutter your eyelashes open. And try to keep that inward gaze throughout class today. Try to keep that steady breath, inhaling here. Hold on to it. And we'll begin some movement, coming to all fours. Treat yourself gently, slowly, keeping the breath even as you transition. Press down through the palms, inhale here, draw the heart space through and look forward, coming into cow pose. And then exhale around the back, cat. Inhaling here, cow. Exhale here, cat. Inhale, look forward. And then exhale, cat. Expel all air by drawing the navel towards the spine, mid-back towards the sky. Inhale, now drop the lower rib cage towards the earth and extend heart space through. And then exhale. Do the opposite. Push the floor away through the palms. Strength through your arms, and then inhale, drop the chest through the shoulders and look forward. And then keep this and make it your own, kind of working through any tight spaces. Still staying linear, and we'll make this a little dynamic. And another couple of breath cycles, rocking our hips from side to side. But for now, really undulate through the spine. Drop the head heavy, then inhale, reach back, draw the chest through. Exhale, rock back, and then pause at the top. Round your back in cat. And drop the tops of your feet towards the earth. And then inhale, just come to a neutral spine. And we'll start by warming up through the core. So we'll begin the movement by reaching back through your right leg. Reach it long, point the toe away. And as you do, inhale, keep it long and draw the heart space through. Look forward. And exhale, drop the leg to the earth. And we'll do that again. Lift it up again high, reaching it away from you, looking in opposition, square the hips, and then reach long, reach your arm so that your upper arm comes in line with your ear, opposite shoulder over wrist, and find balance here. Find that same cylindrical shape in the rib cage. Extending in opposition, and then exhale, drop it. And we'll do the same on the other side. So beginning with the back foot, reach the toe long. Top of the foot comes to the earth, inhaling in preparation, and then lift the leg, keeping it long, keeping the quadriceps engaged, and continually squaring the hips to the front of the mat. Shoulders over wrists, inhaling here, and then exhaling. Bring it back down to neutral. Get ready to go right back up there, inhaling. Use your core strength to find stability, and then reach the opposite arm long, finding balance here. Right arm comes next to the ear, squaring the shoulders, shoulder over wrist. And then exhale, Come down and sit back into child's pose for just a moment. Come back to your breath if you lost it. And if you're able, rest down on your forearms, and you can even stack palm over palm and then forehead to palms. Finding ease. Notice the breath in the back body as your mid-back rises and falls with every inhale and exhale. And keep your focus there on the back body as we just start to open up the front body, coming into just some warm-ups for back bends. So we'll start with a toes pose. So simply tuck your toes, and we're going to sit back, hips to heels. And if this is too much, you can come forward to take the pressure off the toes. But if you're able, take the full stretch and sit back on your heels. And this can be super uncomfortable, so just close your eyes and regain that breath, inhaling here. Release through the pelvic floor, grow long through the crown of your head as you roll your shoulders back and down, ears over shoulders, and then exhale. Bring your attention to that back body as the back body puffs up at the bottom of the exhale. Inhale, keep the breath there in the back body. All the way up to the shoulders, back of the neck. Stay as long, reaching through the crown of the head. Starts to reach back on fingertips, and if this is too much, you can reach back to your heels, and if you need to, you can come out of toes pose and just lightly tap, tap, tap. But if you can, stay with me for another couple of moments. Reach back through on fingertips or fingertips to heels, and then shine your heart space, inhaling through the back body, keeping that cylindrical shape in the rib cage, reaching the crown of the head long, ears away from shoulders. And then exhale, walk yourself up and take a counter pose. Come into child's pose now and release the toes pose and gently tap, tap the tops of your feet to your mat, and then sit back, heels to hips, hips to heels, press the floor away. Keeping strength in the arms, staying in active upper body, rolling the shoulder blades away, or towards the spine, I should say, as shoulders externally rotate onto the back. Find your breath here, inhaling and exhaling. Coming back up, standing on knees, we're going to come back to Ustrasana, or a variation of Ustrasana, camel pose. Taking your hips back towards your heels just to start, just a little bit. We're back in toes pose if you can handle it. Otherwise, you can take the tops of your feet to the earth for just a while, and we'll come up in toes pose in just a moment to provide some support. You want to make sure that your hips remain somewhat over your knees, but a little behind as the pelvis tips, as if there's a bowl of water here. We might spill a little bit out the front while we extend long through the tailbone, reaching long there. And then create that curve in the mid-back, upper back as you inhale and shine your heart space through. Keeping your hips rocking back a little bit, spilling that liquid out the front. Take your hands to the back of your skull and just support it there for a moment. And as you inhale, again, extend through the tailbone and then create that roundness, bringing your shoulders away from each other as your elbows grow closer together. And we're focusing on really shining the heart up and back. And then look up towards the ceiling, but rest heavy in your palms. And then exhale, come back to a neutral, standing on your heels, standing on your knees. Inhale, reach up high to the sky. And exhale, let it go. And we'll come again to all fours. Inhaling here, we'll come back to the same move we were just on, taking your right foot back, inhaling, and then exhaling. Stay here a moment. The next time we inhale, we're going to raise the toes up like last time, but now bring the knee in towards the chest, exhaling. Nose to knee, and then inhaling, grow long. This is a slow movement. Really feel the strength of your core supporting your balance. Exhale, do it again. Knee to nose. And find a rhythm here. Inhaling for 2 and exhaling for 2. Inhaling for 2. Look forward and long. Exhaling for 2. Round your back. Inhaling for 2. And you might be even shaking here, keeping balance. Through your left knee, I have my back toes tucked. Exhaling, we'll take 2 more like this. Try to bring the knee even closer this time. Bring your knee to touch the chin without jerking your neck to get there. Use the core. Last time, extend long, and then bring knee back down to the ground. We'll sit back in a quick child's pose. Take your knees wide this time, dropping your lower abdomen towards the earth, dropping your heart space towards the earth. Exhale here. Forehead comes to the mat. Noticing the breath in the back body. Allow your next inhale to bring up your back body like there are helium balloons connected as you rise up. Reaching tall up towards the sky, inhaling on your knees. And exhale, palms come together down the center line. Inhale, palms come to the earth. Press back into down dog. Reach your hips high to the sky. Up on your toes. And then exhale, start to bring your heels a little closer to the earth, keeping your knees bent. Then inhale, press the earth plus the floor away, lifting up through the hips. Long spine, and then exhale. Start to straighten the legs, engaging the quadriceps, lifting the quads away from the knees. And then just find your down dog. Readjust for a moment until you've got it, and then find some stillness. Inhaling here, lift the hips, and then exhale, engage the legs and drop the heels towards the earth. And then inhale, reach the right leg long, point the toe, and bring it through to a lunge. Low lunge first, inhaling here to grow long, stretch through the back heel. And then keep that strong lower body pressed down into the earth and rise up tall. Inhaling, you may need to widen your stance, keeping knee over ankle. And then squaring through the trunk, keeping your hips square, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, tuck your chin, inhaling, reach up tall. And then exhale, come forward, take your left elbow to right knee and take a twist. Inhaling, still pointing through the back heel, reaching long, using the legs, and then press the palms together to create traction. Inhaling, grow length. Exhaling, find the twist. Inhaling, keep that length. Start to look forward, and then exhale, come out of it, looking long. Inhale here, and then exhale, step back to plank, coming through vinyasa or back to down dog if you prefer. Plank to knees, chest, chin, drawing the heart space down to the earth. And then inhale, come into small cobra. Inhaling, look forward, get long. Point through the toes. Exhaling, come back down for a moment. Inhaling, roll the shoulder blades back, and then lift up into a small cobra, shining the heart space through and pressing down through the earth a little bit more. Exhaling, we'll just develop that here for a moment. Inhaling, get long, draw the palms back towards the body as you rise up. And then exhale, come back down to the earth. Inhale last time, look up and get long this time. And then press the ground away on the exhale and come press up to down dog. Lift the hips towards the sky. We're gonna go to the other side. Lift long through the left leg, point the toe, and then exhale, bring it through to a low lunge. Inhaling here, get long. Press back through the heel. Engage through the core. And then exhale. Prepare to rise up on the inhale. Coming into crescent lunge and square. You may have to widen through the front leg to gain more stability. Otherwise, square the hips and then start to lower down even more. Engage the back leg, lifting the knee away from the earth. Always square through the hips, knee over ankle. Inhale here, get long, reach towards the sky. And then exhale, come forward and take the right elbow to the left knee, palm to palm, start to twist. Inhale, get long, reach the crown away in opposition from the back heel. Engage through the back quadricep, and as you exhale, twist a little further, keeping chin in line with chest so as not to jerk it. Inhaling here again, get long, and then exhale, last time, twist. And then inhale, start to come out of it, reaching long, and then exhale, come down here to plank. Inhale, stay here in plank, reaching the heart space through. And then chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, cobra or upward dog. Shine the heart space through as you rise up. And down dog on the exhale. Inhale the right leg up, get long and draw it through. Warrior two, inhaling windmill up. Bend the knee over the front ankle, press through the back blade of the foot, and externally rotate through your hips. Stay here for a moment on the inhale, and on the exhale, come back to humble warrior, peaceful warrior, keeping the knee bent and reaching behind you. Inhaling, and then exhale, come back to warrior two, opening wide through the front knee, over the pinky side of the foot, and get low. Exhaling again, come back to peaceful warrior. Find length here, find an arch almost, using that back foot for stability, for strength. Inhaling here and then exhaling one more time into peaceful warrior. And then come into a side bend, forearm comes to the thigh. Reach up to the sky for a moment here and press through the back blade of the foot. Finding length, feeling the back hip externally rotate, shining the quadricep up towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, drape the opposite arm over the ear and find length. Inhale, press the ground away and reach, finding that arch in the back. Exhaling here, allowing the breath to follow down to the back foot. Use that stability of the earth. Find energy, inhaling here. Get long, reaching the lower ribs away from the hip, drawing the shoulder blade onto the back. And then exhale. Come back to plank. Inhaling, step back. Exhaling, come down, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin, drawing through, up dog. And then exhale, downward dog. Press the floor away as you rise up through your hips on the inhale. And exhale, let it go and drop your heels. We'll do that one more time. It feels so good. Inhaling, lift your hips, engage your thighs. And exhale, drop the heels towards the earth. Keep that strength in the core As you lift your left leg up this time, point to toe, inhaling here. And then exhaling, you're going to draw it through. Windmill up to warrior two. Inhaling here, long through the legs, find support in the earth. Inhaling here. Exhaling, press down through the feet. Inhaling, use that strength, allow it to rise up and provide stability in your lower body. Externally rotating through the hips. Front knee comes up towards the pinky side. Back thigh comes up towards the sky. Inhaling long. And then exhaling, peaceful warrior. Keeping the front knee bent. Finding that arch in the back. And then exhale. Come back to warrior two. Building heat. Allow that heat to allow you to get even lower. Always using the back leg as much as the front leg. Fierce warrior into peaceful warrior on the exhale. Get long here from the hip to the lower ribs. And then inhale, come back to warrior two. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale here in warrior two. And exhale, peaceful warrior. Inhale here in warrior two. And exhale, peaceful warrior. And then allow your forearm to come to your thigh. Side bend here, press through the heel. Press in opposition. Roll the shoulder down and back away from the ear and onto the back. Reach up high on the inhale. And then exhale. Allow the arm to drape over the ear. Reaching out, inhaling. Press the back foot into the earth. Inhaling, get long. And exhale. Come back down to the ground, count back into plank. Look forward, inhaling here. And then exhale, drop the knees and sit back for child's pose. Take rest here for a moment. Regain your breath, palm over palm. And then press back up and come to Malasana. We'll come to a Malasana squat. Come here, find balance. Again, we are stretching the backs or the bottoms of the soles of the feet. Stretching through the fascia. It's challenging our core strength here as we find balance. And then come into a wide squat and allow your hips to drop down through and find Malasana now. Backs of the arms come to the knees. Press through the backs of the arms to open through the chest. Press the palms together again and create that same pressure that you had in the twist earlier. And allow that opposition to strengthen your bones. Draw the muscle into bone on the inhale. And exhale here. Keep that strength. Sometimes in yoga, inhaling here, we engage the muscles intensely so that we can understand how to release them fully. Exhaling, let the breath travel down your back, opening your lower back wide, melting, let it go. Inhaling here, bring the palms to the earth. And prepare to come up. We're going to come up into Bakasana for a moment. So if you know how to do Bakasana, you're going to keep your palms on the mat. And you'll stay just like you are here in Malasana pose. Here I am. And then I bring my palms to the earth. And I start to bend my elbows so that my shoulders actually come the line between my shoulder and my elbow almost becomes parallel to the earth. And then you use that like a shelf, bringing the fronts of your shins beneath your knees down to
to rest on the backs of the upper arms. And then pressing through the floor before you actually put pressure there. You're going to press down through the floor, press out through the fingertips, press the pointer fingers towards one another, and then draw the heart space through, drawing the collar blades away from each other on the inhale. And then start to find your balance, lifting one toe, feeling that pressure, and then dropping it. Exhaling here. Inhaling, try it on the other side, lifting the toe and keeping long between the crown of the head and the bottom of the tailbone, and then dropping it again. And keeping and doing that, or starting to lift both toes, looking ahead of yourself, looking ahead and down, and then reaching the mid back up towards the sky. Press the floor away and start to straighten through the arms, rolling the shoulders back. Inhaling here to get long, and then exhale, come to the earth. And then we'll just come to the front of your mats. Just come to rest on the tops of your feet and on your shins. Palms come to your thighs. Sit tall here and close your eyes. And regain your breath here, feeling the energy course through your body. As you inhale, begin by dropping through the tailbone and then rooting down to rise up. Feeling the prana, feeling the energy now move through the back of your spine, up the back of your neck, creating length, up through the crown of your head. Close your eyes and find that energy in your midbrain, and then release it back down your spine. Let it go. Release through the pelvic floor, and then inhale. Heart space lifts. And exhale. Inhaling here again. And exhaling. And then open your eyes and find a wrist stretch here if you haven't already done so. Taking the tops of your hands and just very gently bringing the wrists towards one another. Just release here. And find that sweet spot for you. Sitting long through your hips. Release through the pelvic floor and find ease for just another moment. Inhaling here, release that. Okay, and go ahead and just find some movement externally rotating, and then the other way through the wrists. Reach up to the sky, inhaling, and then exhale. Bring the palms forward and come into forward fold, Uttanasana. Let the top of your head hang towards the earth, and very gentle with yourself, start to straighten your legs and lift your hips, inhaling here, straightening through the hamstrings, finding that length. And then engage the quadriceps, lift them away from the knees, press down through the earth, and exhale like a waterfall. Envision that water falling down your spine, down over the back of your skull, down into the earth. Inhale, roll the shoulders away and draw the heart space through again. And then exhale, drop again. Look up on the inhale. And then exhale, bend the knees in forward fold. This time when you inhale, come up into chair pose. Inhaling, reach high. Sit back through the hips like a lightning bolt. Find that power and stay here on the exhale. Sinking lower, knees are over ankles. Exhale here. And then inhale here, get long. And then exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees bent. Waterfall your head down to the earth. The head feels heavy. Inhaling, stay here and roll the shoulders away. Exhaling, bend the knees. And then inhale, come back into chair pose. Like a lightning bolt, reach high.
and sit back on the exhale. Inhaling here, get long. And then exhale. Bring the abdomen towards the thighs and take a twist to your right as you exhale. Inhale before you twist to get length. And then you can take your left elbow to right knee. Press the palms together again like we did earlier. This time in chair pose, pressing evenly through the soles of the feet, looking to the sky, inhaling to get long, and then exhaling to twist. Around through the mid-back, find that arch in the back of the spine, keeping the chin in line with the chest, exhaling. Come back to forward fold, straighten through the backs of the legs and allow the top of your head to fall towards the earth. And then inhale, come back to chair pose like a lightning bolt. Reach up towards the sky and sit back through the hips. And then exhale, abdomen comes towards the thighs and you start to take that twist. But before you do, inhaling again, press through the two palms, bringing them to the heart space. Press the knees together as you twist away on the exhale. Twisting around the navel. Inhaling here to get long. Reach through the tailbone. Reach through the crown. And then exhaling, twist a bit more here. Draw the navel in. And then inhale one more time to get long. And then exhale back to center. Drop the head. Forward fold. And then look forward, get length. And then with a flat back, bend your knees and rise up. Inhaling, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach in opposition, exhaling, palms come together. Close your eyes, find peace, find balance. Inhaling here, rise up. Exhaling here, palms together down the center line, resting at the heart space. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reaching tall, finding length. And then exhale back to center. This time drop your palms and then face them towards the front of the mat. Inhaling here to get long now. And then exhaling, allow your arms to just come down. And then start finding a little bit of movement in your shoulders again. Inhaling them to roll them back. Exhaling to come forward. And then drop the shoulders down and rise up and down on your toes, finding strength through the backs of the calves as you rise up. Now engaging through the soles of the feet that we released earlier. Coming full circle, tucking the chin, tucking the lower ribs. Inhaling here. Exhaling. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling here. Pressing down through the toes, spreading them out in all directions. And then exhale. Stay here. And start to bring your left foot into tree pose. So bringing your heel to your ankle or your calf, never your knee, but you could come up to your inner thigh. Go ahead and first find strength in your core. Press down through the floor, down through the foot, and then start to square your hips, not only to the front of the mat, but also to each other. And then as you're able, your shoulders square to your hips and your ears over your shoulders. Finding steady composure here, and if you're able, you can close your eyes. Finding peace in tree pose. Inhaling here to get long, press the floor away, engage through the thigh, and then exhale, drop that foot, and just inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, like a waterfall. Inhale, look up, and then exhale, forward fold again. And just hang like a rag doll now. Hands grab opposite elbows. At first the knees might be bent, but as you inhale and get length, lift your tail, engage the fronts of your thighs, lift them away from the kneecaps, and find length. Exhaling here. Watch the energy move over the back body like a waterfall. like a fountain coming from your tailbone. Inhaling here. Let the energy rise up through the soles of your feet, through the backs of your thighs, up through your hip bones, and then cascade from your back of your pelvis, back of your glutes, down the back body, over the shoulders and over the back of the head, releasing, letting go. Inhaling, look up, and exhale. Bend your knees, and with a flat back on the next inhale, come right up to stand again. And we'll come back up to Urdhva Hastasana, reaching up towards the sky on the inhale. And then exhale, let it go. And once again, find tree on the opposite side, bringing the right heel to ankle, or calf, or inner thigh. And if you're here, you're pressing down through the sole of the foot, reaching the toes out, bearing the weight evenly, and then opening, externally rotating through the knee and finding pressure again, just like when we held our hands together. And you can even come here, pressing palm to palm, like sole of the foot to inner thigh and inner thigh to sole of the foot. Inhaling here, getting long, finding structure, and then exhale, drop the foot. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look up, and now step back to plank. Look forward on the inhale, and then exhale, Chaturanga, our knees, chest, chin, Cobra, or upward dog. Shine the heart space through and find the arch wherever you are. Point back through the toes, and then downward dog. Reach the hips up towards the sky now. On the inhale and exhale, drop the heels. Inhale, lift the right leg up and away from yourself. Reach long through the toes, square the hips, and then bend the knee, keeping the leg lifted, and open, externally rotate again through the outer hip. Reach the knee towards the ceiling and start to feel that twist. Find that arch again in the back. Inhaling, chin in line with chest, and then exhaling, reach long, and then come back to downward dog, finding balance. Keep the knees bent. Inhaling, lift the hips, and then as you're able, exhale, start to straighten the knees, drawing the core up towards the sky to find strength. Exhaling, lift the thighs away from the knees to find structure and support. And then lift the opposite leg, inhaling long. Exhale, stay here. Be prepared to bend the knee, inhaling and open up through the outer hip, finding that arch. Inhaling, open through the side body, opening through the left hip now, and then exhale, come back to center, and then drop the knees and come back again into child's pose. Inhaling, sit up, and draw both your feet to one side and sit squarely on your hips. Inhale here, get long, and exhale. Start to really sink your hips into the earth and raise up through your right arm, reach high to the sky, and as you exhale, fold over, finding that side stretch here again. Inhale to get long, stay here to the side, and then exhale, come to sit up. And we'll switch sides. Go ahead and bring your legs to the opposite side, feet to the opposite side, sitting squarely on your hip bones here, shoulders over hips. Inhale long through the crown of the head. Exhale, allow your hips to grow heavy here. And then inhale, reach up towards the sky again, this time with your left arm. And then exhaling, bend over and feel the stretch. Feel the lower ribs reach away from the outer hips. Stay here to get length. Inhaling, reach even more, drawing the shoulder blade onto the back and even feeling that twist. Inhaling and then exhaling,
come back to sit tall and come to staff pose, reaching the soles of your feet away from you and coming to rest on the backs of your legs now. Inhaling, reach high, and then bend over the legs. Inhaling, keep a long torso, bringing the chest and the abdomen down to meet the legs. Stay long. Inhaling, look forward, and then exhale. Maybe straighten the legs a little bit more. Draw the toes back towards the knees. And exhale, start to find ease. You may even be able to rest your forehead on a block, or you can take fist over fist, or if you're a little more flexible, draw the skin away from the sits bones so that you can sit squarely on them, pressing the hamstrings into the earth, reaching out through the heels, finding fingertips in the centers of your soul to release any knots there. You can give yourself a little bit of self-care while you're there. Draw back through your toes, reach long through your heart, draw your shoulders back. Keep the back of your neck long as you look forward, and just find a point to allow your eyes to rest and regain your breath. Inhaling here. Allow the breath to fill your body. And then exhale. Allow it to melt your body as you just drop and round. Even let your feet go. You might bend your knees. Find ease here, resting your forehead on a block, fists, or palms. Allow your shoulder blades to move away from one another. Allow the breath to lift you through your back body. And on your exhale, draw your heart space down closer to the earth. Exhaling and releasing even through the pelvic floor at the bottom of the exhale. And then inhale, looking long. Sit up. Find balance on your sits bones. Inhaling here, lift the crown of your head away towards the earth and tighten through the quadriceps. We're going to sit back into Navasana. Inhaling here, if you're able, or you can come to half Navasana, keeping your calves parallel to the earth, finding balance on your sits bones, or come to the full V position. Inhaling here, engage through the quadriceps, lift the heart space, and then exhale, bend your knees. Don't drop your toes. Keep your balance on your sits bones. Inhaling, Navasana, lifting through the heart space, engaging the core, and then exhaling, bend the knees. We'll do that another 2 times. Inhaling, Navasana, exhaling, knees to chest. Inhaling, Navasana, boat pose. And then exhaling. This time, bring your feet down, and you may want to sit up on something. You can bring your pillow back, or your block, or your towel where we started. And just find an easy pose, ankle in front of ankle, and find rest. Inhaling here, grow long through the crown of your head. And exhaling here, feeling the energy settle into the spaces that you've created. Inhaling here, listen, turning inward again, finding ease. Exhale. It has been an honor to share a practice with you today. Inhaling here, grow long. Exhaling here, stay still, finding this place of stillness. Inhaling here, grow long through the crown of the head. Close your eyes again. And exhale. Start to feel the sweetness of the practice. Sit here for a while,
and just be an observer. Come down to your back and keep that slow and steady observation as you lie on your back now. Allow your bones to settle into the earth. Reach out through your toes. Open through your heart space. Roll your shoulder blades in towards your spine. Reach the toes away. Roll the shoulders down and back, and just allow your gaze to rest on your third eye, closing your eyes and finding peace. As you lay here in Shavasana, forgive yourself, be kind to yourself. If you start to think about the external world and schedules and what's next, it's what we're supposed to be doing as productive humans. Give yourself another few moments here to let your back body grow heavy, like it's sinking into the earth, sinking into sand. Allow it to make an impression as it grows heavy. And then inhaling, keep that weight in the back body. And just feel the inhale in the center of your brain, giving you clarity. And if you do have any thoughts, exhale them away and watch them melt like clouds away from your consciousness. Start to roll your eyes back in their sockets so that you lose focus as your eyes are closed. And just be an observer of the breath at this point, not a dictator. Feel the shoulders drop away from each other, strengthening and lengthening through the collarbone. Strengthening, drawing the shoulder blades towards each other to open the chest. And releasing through the pelvic floor, externally rotating through the legs so that your inseams shine up to the ceiling. Opening through the feet, allowing them to fall away from one another. Releasing even through the glutes, even through the jaws. Inhaling long. And feel free to stay here in Shavasana, or take your knees to your chest and start just rolling side to side here. Knees come into chest, and find whatever feels good for you, massaging the back of your pelvis and stretching again. And then drop your soles to the earth, in windshield wiper, stretching through the fronts of the thighs, through the outer hip, through the hip flexor, keeping the shoulders pressed towards the earth. Reach long through your arms and take one last stretch, one last intake. And then allow the knees to fall to one side. Use your palms like a pillow, palm to palm. Allow your head to rest there and just find ease. Exhaling, melt. And stay here for an inhale. And then exhale, let the body grow heavy into the earth. And stay here for as long as you'd like, reveling in this ease. But inhale, rise and come along with me, pressing up through the palms, not taking much energy to get anywhere, but giving yourself time to absorb the practice. Find a seat again, elevating your hips above your knees, and come back to easy pose. Inhale here. Inhale long through the crown of the head. And then exhale, close the eyes, and notice the breath here. And observe any shift in the breath, in your ways, in your posture, in your outlook. And sit here, tucking your chin in gratitude to yourself and to that strength inside yourself, that will, that grace. And sit here as it shines on your face, absorbing that energy and finding peace. Feel free to stay here in meditation. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Many blessings to you. I hope to see you again soon on your mat. Namaste.